I am so happy that you're doing 2 Bears, 1 Cave and normal shit now. Because I feel like I think you did an episode with Rogan or something, right? Where they were, or you said that Rogan told you to stop doing like the travel channel shit.
Rogan and Burr.
Just do fucking comedy, man. Stop doing this crazy shit. You're gonna kill yourself.
Rogan and Burr were very instrumental in giving me the confidence to and you know, it's also like I was not that I was out of comedy, but I was not there the way I am now. I wasn't doing dates regularly. I was kind of just phoning it in and like getting paid to do a weekend. I just go do the weekend, and I didn't really and then I do 2 weeks on Travel Channel, and then go get a weekend, or maybe do a weekend, or then 2 weeks on Travel Channel.
And Travel Channel was like crazy shit, right? You're
it was
like
crazy shit.
Monkey, like,
oh yeah, I fell off a waterfall, and I landed on my back. I thought I broke my back, and I had to crawl like a marine crawl out of a cavern, like a big 220 feet deep. I had to crawl out of it on my hands and knees, and then I got met at the trailhead by a
how much could they have been paying?
It was a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, that's, you know,
it was a lot.
For broken backs and
I like
shit.
how it was Rogan and Burr who got you out, not your family. They're like, I got kids, I can't die.
It was a three-parter. Here's what happened.
Prong
right?
attack.
So everything started falling apart, and like 4 years ago, everything started falling apart. Like I ended up doing another season of this Bert Kreischer show, and it was just terrifying. It was like I did not like it. It was just I was drinking like crazy just to get through the anxiety of doing it, because I got to a place where I couldn't ride a roller coaster because I'd have panic attacks because I got stuck in them a couple times, and I was like losing my mind.
Getting stuck in a roller coaster a couple of times is such a Florida kid thing.
Stop getting on the fucking coasters, Bert.
I'm just gonna keep.
Dude, I got stuck on a roller coaster one time. This is a roller coaster in California. I had a vest on, right? Like a vest that had a camera attached to it and a mic attached to it. So it was super tight. There's a roller coaster that you sit in like this, and then the floor drops out, and then they pull you up so it looks like you're flying, right?
Yeah.
So we pull into the station, and it stops outside the station, and we're waiting for a while. I'm like, this seems like a fucking long time to be waiting. And so then they're like, and then you start panicking a little bit. You're like, I'm fine. We'll be getting out in a second. I'm not going to think about this. Then we pull into the thing, and the floor doesn't go up, and the floor doesn't go up, and the floor doesn't go up, and then one side goes up, and then it goes down, and then one side goes up, and then it goes down, and then both of them come up. I'm like, this is fine. We're going to be out. And we hear the lady who's head of the park go, guys, it's going to be a little bit. We're going to have to bring a mechanic out to get you out of the coaster. There's a malfunction. And now I'm the star of the show, and everyone is around. We have the park is ours, right? So I go, hey, can I talk to you for a second? She goes, yeah. I go, can you just get me out real quick? And she goes, no, it doesn't work that way. We just called the head mechanic. He's on his way. Now I'm very familiar with the park. I go, where's he at? And what ride's he at right now? She goes, he's actually at his house. Oh. And I went, his house? She goes, yeah. I said, where does he live? She goes, he lives out in the Inland Empire. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, it's fucking 4:00. This guy's going to be in trap. Oh my God. I go, how far are we waiting? And she goes, it's going to be like 45 minutes, guys. I was stuck in this ride for 45 minutes. And you want to talk about panic attacks, like legit panic attacks. I made that woman come and sit on the crisscross applesauce and hold my hand and talk me down.
Absolutely.
And it was
I would definitely do
insane.
the same thing.
So that was what was going on when I was doing Bert the Conqueror. So I come off stage one night, and Burr and Rogan are sitting in the green room, and they're talking, and I must have made a statement or something about I don't know, about being on television or television being important, and Burr just goes, dude, you got to quit your Travel Channel show. And I was like, what? And he's like, we were just talking about it. It sucks. And Rogan's like, yeah, it's horrible, bro. And I was like, what? And they're like, you're doing all this dangerous shit, and you don't need to. And Burr just goes, what's your nut? I go, what? He goes, what's your nut? What do you got to make a year? Tell me what you got to make a year. We'll figure it out. Like a team.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden now, I got these two guys on my team.
It's a good fucking team.
It's a great team. And by the way, you take advice from this team.
Yeah.
And I tell them my nut, and they do the math, and they're like, yeah, we'll get you advertising. We'll get you sponsors for your podcast. Just focus on your podcast. Do me a favor. And then Segura gets involved, and Segura's like, all right, at the time, I mean, I would give you real numbers, but at the time, monetization was like 50,000 downloads, and I wasn't at 50,000 downloads yet. And they're like, get yourself, all of them are like, we'll do your podcast. We'll all be on your podcast as much as you can to get your numbers up, and we'll get your numbers up. So they all kind of focused. Everyone either brought me a guest or got me good guests, and they were like, focus on your podcast. So I started doing that. At the same time, I go down to Tampa. I'm with my dad, and I'm about to sign a Travel Channel deal. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. My dad goes, so what's the deal, buddy? My dad's whole motto his whole life has been eat shit, cash checks. That's is instilled in me. Buddy, you're not good at a lot of things. You're for whatever reason, you're good at telling jokes. Just eat shit, cash checks. Whatever they say, eat shit, cash checks. So I tell my dad, we're having a glass of wine and a cigar, and we're outside, and he goes, so what's the plan? And I said, well, eat shit, cash checks, Dad. And he goes, what? I go, eat shit, cash checks. I go, hope Travel Channel gives me another deal, and then I can, another 4 years, and then eat shit, cash checks. And my dad starts crying. And he goes, oh, buddy, I fucked you up. He was like, no. He goes, if you don't take a chance now, if you don't take a shot now at your career, at like doing stand-up, he goes, you're going to waste it. You're going to waste it. You're going to be 55 years old and working for Travel Channel, and that will be your only option. You need to create your own path. And so now I got these 3 men in my life all telling me this. And I go, and I talk to my therapist, and I go, I'm meeting with Travel Channel. What do I say? And he goes, what do you want to do? Do you want to just sign another contract? And now I've got the confidence of these guys by me. I go, no, I don't. And he goes, what do you want to do? I said, I want to do my own thing. He goes, tell her what you want to do. I said, I want to shoot a special. I want to tour. I want to make time for touring. And I'll do something, but it's on my terms. And he goes, tell her that. So I walked in, sat down, told her that. She said, you're fired.
All right, good. Yeah, fuck it then.
Dude, it was the greatest thing that ever. It was the great. I always say this, like, I believe in luck a lot, but like anyone who's listening to this is like, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen for me. Dude, it does. I really didn't. Yeah. I mean, even then, I shot a Showtime special. No one fucking watched it because I took my fucking shirt off, and everyone's like, hard pass. But then the Machine story goes viral, and you're like, shut the fuck up. And then it changes your life. And so I always just believe in luck. I remember Dane Cook one time was like, I went to his house, and he was like, this business sucks. This business sucks. I mean, I work my ass off, and I can't get anywhere. And then I was like, well, whatever. So I leave. I come back the next day, and he goes, I just booked a movie in China. And he was like, that's what I love about this business. It's like a lottery ticket every day. But